Hey students! So today we're going to be focusing on outlining our fairy tale project. As this is your final project in my class, it's going to be worth a lot of points, and so please take this seriously. This will help in the planning of your fairy tale and the perfection of your presentation. Now, what I'd like you guys to do is go onto my website, obviously you're already there, and download this document. As soon as you download it, I want you to save it onto your OneDrive or onto the desktop of the computer that you're using, or if you have a flash drive, save it onto there. Save it under your names of you and your group mates if you're working with somebody. All right? That way, in case, the world comes to an end and the computers crash or it doesn't get through or you need it later, you have a copy of this assignment. This will be part of your final 500-point grade for the fairy tale project. All right, I will be grading this. So you're going to open up the document on your desktop, and I just wanted to go through it and kind of explain exactly what I want you to do here. So first off, you're going to put your name or both of your names if you are part of a pair. Then I want the fairy tale's original title, okay, like Frozen. And then I want your new title, like The Disassociation of Ice. Haha, get it? Never mind. I was trying. So you're going to come up with some sort of new title. You can just add a spin to it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And you want to make sure that the title makes sense to your storyline. But this is, again, a time for you to be creative. Then down here, I want you to list the characters, all of the characters in your story, whether or not they have a disorder. Now, if you are giving them a disorder or something specific in regards to psychology, I want you to list their names. So, like, Elsa will have DID, which is see, your teacher just cannot spell. Alright, so if I was going to do like Elsa and Anna, something like that, and I would just go through and make a list of all of the characters that will come into my story and just kind of list, are they normal? Do they have some sort of disorder? Do they have something else important to the storyline? Now, on to the more important part. Now, remember, you have to have 5 psychological connections within the story. This is separate from your character. One character has to have a disorder. Okay, these are 2 separate requirements. I guess you could say 6 things total. All right, I want to make sure that that is absolutely crystal clear. Now, what you're going to be doing is I divided your story into 4 parts: the beginning, the middle, the climax or plot twist, and the end. Now, not all of your stories will have a climax or a plot twist, so you could also say that this is also could be the moral of your story. You can put that there as well. I have no problem with that at all. So what you're going to be doing is I want you to describe in 1 sentence for each of these 4 parts, just briefly, what is the story. All right, you don't have to go into great detail because obviously you will be practicing and presenting this to me, so I will get to experience it then. But you need to do this as if you were going to hand this outline to somebody and have somebody else do your project. You want to give them enough information to where they could complete it, but not so much that they already know exactly what's going to happen. If you have questions about this, please feel free to ask me. Now, once you have filled in the information, so blah, 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 whatever, right there, okay, so you have your sentences for each of these 4 parts. Then I want you to list your psychological connections. You have to define the connections and explain how you will use it in your story. So, for instance, if I was using the story of Frozen and I was talking about the beginning, you could say that Elsa suffers from dissociative identity disorder after her parents are dramatically killed at sea. All right. So something like this would work. So Elsa suffers from dissociative identity disorder after her parents were dramatically killed at sea. This traumatic event caused Elsa's personality and identity to split and develop personas. Something like that would totally work. Now, I would say that this isn't enough information to explain the beginning of your story, but this is a perfect psychological connection because not only are you giving Elsa a disorder, check off that mark, but you're explaining how it's going to affect her personality and potentially the development of personas. So you're going to go through and do this for all 4 parts. Now, at the end of this document, what I want you guys to fill out is how are you going to present the story? Are you doing a story time like Mother Goose, or are you doing a video, a live play? You can also, I forgot to mention this, you can also create an animated video where basically you create animations and you can narrate it of your storyline. If you know how to do that, please feel free. I have no problems with that at all. Now, my final and most important question. Are you willing to go above and beyond to earn extra credit on this project to improve your grade in this class? And more importantly, how are you going to earn the extra credit? Now, this is a legitimate question, and I want you guys to answer this honestly because I want to know how many of you guys are actually willing to put in the extra effort. Do you want a B on this project or do you want above an A? Let me know. I can also give you suggestions and feedback on how you could improve your project to get that A. Guess what, guys? I'm giving you the opportunity to show me exactly what your project is going to be and to receive feedback so that I can make sure that your project is perfect and you can make sure that you've put in enough effort to earn that extra credit, or more importantly, just get a good grade on this project. Extra credit will be very difficult to earn, so I expect some awesome effort to be shown. Look for that wow factor. Are you going to wear costumes? Are you going to animate the video? Did you get original illustrations? Is your story just really, really good? Are you going to dress up as Mother Goose and stand around and have us all sit with story time? What are you going to do to wow your teacher and, more importantly, the 25 other students in your class? So think about it that way. How am I going to wow everybody? Now, once you're done with this document, make sure you save it, and save it again. Then I want you to print it out, okay? If you don't have money, don't worry, Miss G will cover you, or you can always email it to me, but I would rather have it printed out before you leave today. Then please walk over, hand it to me, turn it in, make sure everything else on your checklist is done, and you are good to go. Thanks, guys, for listening. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, please let me know.